back. Hey everybody. Let's see. So I sew these a little bit differently than the regular pillows. These are just little quickie pillows that I make so that people can get an idea of what the millet pillows are like. I make them out of scraps from making pillows. And they're about the right size for a travel pillow, so that's what I call them, travel pillows. If anybody has any questions, they could write a little question in the comments. And I'll check it out in a minute. I always double stitch everything just to make sure it's really strong and won't ever fail. Okay, now I'm going to put a tag on it. Now I'm going to sew the other hole closed. Okay. Now I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. Look for a few of those little threads sticking out. Now I'm going to fill it up. Okay. There we go. A millet hole travel pillow. Ready to go. Want to watch me make another one? So this is the eyes of the world color. And these are like, I put these on sale and I just left them on sale for $13, I believe, $13. And the shipping is around $9. That's why that if you buy one of these, you should buy something else too, because then the shipping won't be any more. Like if you buy a body brush for 13, then the shipping will still be like $9. But as long as you go over 1 pound, you have to use priority mail. And the minimum charge for priority mail is like $8. So if you buy one of these, buy some other things along with it. I forgot to put the link to my website in the description box, but you can just Google brettsnaturalhealth.com, or you can go to one of the other videos and click on the links in the description box. Or I could just put it in the, hey Buck, I'll put it in the chat box. Computer's really slow because I'm streaming. Control C, Control V. There you go. I'll put the pillows page in there too. Control C. That's for the pillows. Okay, so now what shall I make? How about blue? No, let's make it green. Let's make one of these green ones now. So first we have to cut it. First we have to cut it. Actually, first we have to measure it and mark it. So I start out with a 12 by 15 inch piece. Actually, two of them. So I measure over 12. And we can drag it back a little bit to save more of it. I measure 12. And then I measure 12. Put it right there. And then cut it. With this wheel. Now we have to cut one end clean. And then we'll measure that way 15. Fifteen is right there. Okay. Now we have to cut it in half. We do that like this. Okay. Now we're going to put a zipper on it. Michael! Victor wrote something and retracted it. Did you say something nasty, Victor? Okay. So, not everyone likes millet whole pillows. I sent Victor a pillow and he doesn't like it. So his wife is using it. So that's just kind of how millet pillows are and natural pillows. Sometimes, you know, what can you do? Natural things aren't easy to get used to. So for some people. For other people, they take right to these pillows. Like this is probably one of the easiest things. The millet whole pillows are probably the easiest thing for people to like. One of the easiest things that I sell. So this is the plan. I'm just going to continue to do my thing. And some people can learn from the last COVID yada yadas, and other people can't. My plan is to learn from the last problems that we had and just go about my day, because you know what the #1 killer is? Stress. So if people want to stress over things, then they can. We're only going to be here in this world for so long anyway. So blah blah blah. That's the deal. That looks good. So now I'm putting the zipper on one end of one of the two pieces. And once again, I always double stitch things. Now I'm going to book match the two pieces. And make the mark for where the zipper goes on the other piece. Want me to sing a song for you? I can do it all, baby. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Wait, I think I did that recently. I already did that one. Yes, my shoulder is doing just fine, Vic. It was sore. It was sore, and I'm going through all of these bodily changes and cleansing and diet changes and stuff, and that makes everything, more challenging. But when I got home, I massaged my shoulder and my arms, my teres muscles, my pecs. I massaged all that really well, and I'm doing pretty good. I am just fine. Unlike Fernando Tatis Jr., that re-injured his shoulder the other day sliding into third base against the Rockies. And I could have called it. I could have told them that was the case, but they're paying Fernando millions and millions of dollars. He's one of the top 3 or 4 players in the league. But that's his thing, he's got this left shoulder problem, and he keeps re-injuring it because they don't give him enough time to heal, because they want him on the field playing all the time. And, we all want to see him play, but the reality of it is that things take time to heal. For me, I know better than to go beyond. When my muscles are tight, I know better than to keep throwing the boomerang and injuring my tendons. That would be really freaking stupid, wouldn't it? But the thing with Fernando is that he's got all this pressure on him. He's only 22 years old. He doesn't know anything about massage, but those guys do. His physical trainers and stuff, physical therapists and yada yada, they should know better. But the deal is that it's money, 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 money. And even if I make a comment on something like that on one of the videos, everyone will be like pissed off at me for saying the truth, even though they know that it takes a lot of time for connective tissue to heal. You can't just freaking heal tendons in 10 days on the injured 10-day list that they put him on. It takes like at least a month, if not 2 months. But yeah, I know better than to injure myself. And I don't have any health insurance. But yeah, I was telling Vic in a comment on my video that I need to get a left-handed boomerang now, so that this one can get working. Because see, when I'm getting sore in all these muscles, all of these, all of these, all of these, all of these, and rhomboids. My rhomboids were sore. My right side rhomboids are sore. That means that all those muscles are developing and getting stronger. If I don't do the same with the left side, that creates imbalance. That's no good. That is no good. I've told golfers to hit with lefty clubs before, golfers that I have this guy that's purchased a bunch of my products, my massage tools and stuff, and he's a pro golfer. He doesn't golf on the tour. He's not that good, but he golfs like for money in his region in New York. And he's supposed to be pretty decent for, there's all these various levels of professionalism in golf. But I did an online training with him. I taught him how to use the tools. I've got one tomorrow. I'm teaching a woman how to get rid of her sciatica, and she has some other problem. And that'll be live here. I also do them online. So if anybody wants to talk to me, and I can see you, you can see me. I show you how to use the products. I show you how to use your hands to massage your body and get rid of your pain before you injure something. See, because you have to do massage and stretching all the time, every day. I mean, not all day, but you need to do it as a regular practice. And if you don't, then pretty soon you're going to be to the point of where you have so much inflammation that you're like in trouble. It's not good. No, it's not good to just put things off and put things off and put things off. You have to keep up with your body work, and if you don't, you're going to have problems. Yeah. That's, the whole COVID thing is so perfect for putting everything in perspective. And it's hard to explain everything specifically, but it's pretty easy for somebody with some intuition and introspective and perspective and all of that to see where all of this is going. Because when you've noticed and you've wondered why everything is so radically expanded and out of balance and wasteful for as long as I have, which is like 25 or more years, probably from the very beginning. I guess I'm really blessed to be able to see things for the way they are in our world. It was probably just within a year or two when I really started to open my eyes and see, like, because you can compare your own life to the whole, everyone else's life in the world and how humanity is going. And when you see the imbalances in your own life by studying diet, and first and foremost diet, and then you feel what's wrong, you think about what's wrong, you learn about just all the imbalances, then you see what's out of balance in the world too. And you see that most people are addicted to white sugar. It's totally true. People see that people are addicted to crystal meth and they're addicted to food and stuff like that. But they don't just come out and admit that most people, they're addicted to white sugar. They don't know it, but they're addicted to dairy too. They kind of know it. They are. It took me a long time to get off of dairy. Is that shaking the camera? So whenever things get worse with the you-know-what, that's when it makes it harder to sell products for me. That's just kind of how it is. It's harder for everyone to make a living because we're going through these changes. And I just hope that I don't have like supply shortage problems like last time. Like last year at this exact time, I was having serious problems getting this. It was taking me weeks. Like it took me at the worst point a month, over a month, to get an order from Organic Cotton Plus in Connecticut. Connecticut had shut down. And I certainly hope that the states like Florida created a thing against a mask mandate yesterday, and Texas has done the same thing. But where this fabric comes from is not conservative. It's liberal Connecticut. And that is possibly a problem. Luckily, the woman that makes this fabric, that sells it to Organic Cotton Plus, I can probably buy it from her direct. I can at least buy some of it direct. But really, like I said, I hope that they don't freak out again. The main problem is that people are trying to protect their precious hospitals. They're trying to protect their hospitals, which are full of people that are dying from heart disease and diabetes and all the rest of the things from not eating right. So I'm just trying to keep things positive as much as I can. And stay busy. That's what I did last winter. I just stayed busy. I kept doing my thing. These little travel pillows will give you an idea on whether you like a millet hole pillow or not. And they're only $13. And if you want one with a case, buy the arm support pillow. I offer the arm support pillows at a discounted rate if you buy a regular pillow. So if you go to the pillows page, which is in the description, if you go to the chat box there and you scroll up, you'll see a couple of links that I put in there for my website in general and for the pillows. And if you buy a pillow, you can get a travel pillow which comes with a case, and they're made with the nice, thicker inner material for like $25 or something, $25. Guess what I'm getting today, y'all, in the mail? A new bed. I'm getting a wool bed today in the mail. And it's actually a mattress topper, but I'm just going to use it on the floor. And I got the king size mattress topper, which is 76 wide. So what I'm going to do is just fold it so that it's double the thickness to sleep on the floor. Because I really like, you guys know I like natural things. And I bought a mattress topper, a single before, like a twin before. And I've been sleeping on it for years and years, and I use it as for under my body so that I can hang my shoulder off the end. And I've shown you how to do that so that you have less pressure on your shoulder when you're sleeping on your side. But what I need is a new bottom underneath that. And so that's coming in the mail in about 2.5, 3 hours. So I'm really excited to get that today. Okay. Ready for the tag. This is one of the two things that's not organic because it's nylon. The tag. The zipper is the other thing. But everything else, oh, and the thread, but all the fabric is all organic. The thread I use like a polyester because it's stronger. So you just fold it in half, stick it in there. This is like home ec, huh? Home economics from school. Sewing is one of the few things that I think I should have taken that I didn't take in high school when I was going to school. Okay. The black thread looks pretty good with just about any color fabric. Now I just gotta sew the other hole. If one of my neighbors walks by, they'll be like, who's he talking to? Oh, I'm talking to my viewers. I'm Mr. Rogers. Stuck. There we go. Sometimes it gets stuck a little bit and you gotta move it by hand. I'll tell you, this is the best sewing machine. Made in Japan, baby. I have to sew, there's a little tiny hole there at the end where I have to sew it right up against the metal thing so that none can leak out. Okay, so there we go. 2 done. Sometimes I think to myself, man, you're just like people in Bangladesh or Taiwan sewing. You're like all those women sewing all day. But, you know, it's a valuable job. If you do something for a living that you know has value, what more do you want? The thing is that society has dictated that accountants and, you know, like my father was an accountant, and nurses like my mother, she was an RN. And they've dictated and deemed those professions to be valuable and worthy of $30, $40, $50, or my dad made $150 or $200 an hour or something. And he spent all of that on alcohol. Okay, so I'll be back in a minute, and I've got to pee. Yay! Ah. Okay. So someone, butterfly on my wall, just asked, would it be comfortable to sleep on a full-size millet hull mattress like on the floor? And I used to make them a like that, you know. I called it a body pillow, but it's not really. It wasn't really a body pillow. It was 24 inches wide and about 6 feet long. I had a couple different sizes, and what I learned was that it worked, and I slept on that for a long time. I slept on those for like 5 or 6 years. And my body got to a point of where I didn't really like having to, I preferred a compression underneath me, a compression type of a bed underneath me. In the beginning, I really liked it, but I kind of moved into a different desire for what I was sleeping on top of. And the thing with what you're sleeping on top of it, the thing with millet hull pillows is that you really have to be able to conform them. You have to move and maneuver them to get them to be comfortable. And that's why they can be so good. They can be really great if you're willing to take a few seconds to maneuver them and mold them to your head, neck, and shoulders. But it's harder to do that with a full thing underneath you, you know? And that it would bottom out too much, you know. So that's why today I'm receiving a wool mattress topper that I can fold. It's an inch and a half thick, but if I fold it in half, it'll be 3 inches thick. Plus, I still have my other thing that's about an inch thick still. It shrunk a lot. The thing with wool is that when you wash it, it shrinks. So you don't want to have to wash a wool mattress topper. So what I'm going to do is keep it covered with at least a couple of I've got a couple of these tapestries, big ones that I can put on it, and just keep a couple of layers of that covering it all the time so that I don't have to wash it. And no, I didn't dry it in a hot dryer. I didn't dry it in a hot dryer. It just dried naturally and it shrunk after a couple of times of washing it. But they last for so long. I still have mine, the one that I bought like 10 years ago, and I sleep on it every night. See, I was sleeping on, for the last while, I've been sleeping on a blow-up mattress. There was a mattress in the cabin where I lived before, and that wasn't mine. So when I moved here, I got on Amazon and I found a blow-up car mattress so that I could use it in the car and here. And that worked out for a while, but over the last couple of months, it was leaking air to the point of where I couldn't keep it blown up and last all the way till the morning. So a couple of days ago, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy it. I know what I want to buy. I bought a king size so I can fold it in half. It'll still be 3 feet wide, a little more than 3 feet wide, because it's 76 inches wide. So if you do the math, you'll see that that's like 38 inches if you fold it in half. So a little more than 3 feet wide by 80 inches long. It's going to be like, it's going to come in a big box in a couple of hours. And so it'll be 3 inches thick. And then I'll use my other one underneath the torso area to support my shoulder. It's really good to do that. If you haven't seen that video, look up. I'll see if I can find it, maybe if someone asks. All of these things that I do take so much time. And there's only so much time for cooking. You gotta have to do that, you know. I'm not gonna skimp on that. I'm not gonna cut corners. So that, and every day I go walk. I encourage all of you to do all of the basic necessities for your health. Everyone should be walking. I was for a while cheating and staying up and listening and watching to the Padres late at night. That doesn't work. I just wait now till the next day to watch them on YouTube, the highlights, and it's better because you don't have to watch the whole thing anyway. But I still stay up and watch it for a little while. They're doing okay, but now without Fernando, they got an uphill road because LA and San Francisco are kicking butt. So now, once again, I'm going to fill this one. And I may have to go load up the box here with some more millet hulls, so I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so that's a 25-pound bag of millet hulls. And sometimes I take the time to cut them open nicely, and I save these and use them for garbage bags. I might as well, right? I don't know why I didn't do it for the whole time that I had been using these. But I started doing that, using these bags for garbage bags about 3 months ago, 4 months ago. And they work great. No sense in wasting it, right? If you're going to use a plastic bag, you might as well use it several times or use it for something else, etc. So this millet hulls, they're grown in South Dakota. And Colorado. And millet is originally from Africa, and it's a non-glutinous grain. And it's round. That's what the birds eat. And the birds frequent my bird feeder all day long and eat millet. But they don't eat the hulls. They crack the hull and leave it in the bottom of the bird feeder. And then they eat the millet outside of it. So if I wanted to, I could go get a little bit more out of the bird feeder. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? It would take a long time to get a pillow out of that process. Okay. So now I'm going to dump it in this box. Fold it up. And go put it under the sink. And I always wash like Anything that's got food on it, any packaging that's got food on it, I always wash that off before I put it in the garbage so that the garbage doesn't get all stinky. Okay, so now we're going to fill it. And yes, this is a transmission filling funnel that we use for millet holes when the zipper is small. I've got two different sizes. I've got that one, and I've got this one. Okay, so you just add about 1.5 pounds of millet holes. I'm going to add just a little bit more. And there we go. Another travel pillow made out of scraps from making pillows. And I have a lot of scraps right now. I have a crap load of scraps to make these travel pillows. Woo-hoo! What color shall I make now? Let's see if I've got enough of this pink. Oh, look, that's already made. Let's fill it. Who wants a pink one? That's pink fields of honey. Isn't that pretty? So once again, if you decide to buy a travel pillow, it doesn't come with a case. These are just made out of scraps from making pillows. I want to use up the scraps, and so that's what I do. I make these quickie travel pillows. They're really strong. They'll last for years and years. But if you want a case for them, you'll have to make it yourself, or you could buy one of my arm support pillows, which comes with a case. And if you buy one of these, buy some other things to make it worth your while for the shipping, because the shipping on anything more than £1 pound has to go priority mail, and the minimum cost for priority mail is like $8 or $9. So you might as well buy a facial brush, you might as well buy a skin brush or a soother massage tool or something like that. Okay, so there I've got a tarragon green, a pink fields of honey, and an eyes of the world yellow. Millet pillows, millet hole travel pillows, and they're only $13. about a Stornetta lavender? Let's see if it's big enough. Okay, so first, let's put the millet holes away. Also, if anyone out there does sewing and they would like some scraps for making quilts, I've got a full bag of them right now. I have a full bag, and this is about 8 pounds probably. That's about 8 pounds of scraps of all different colors. If somebody wants to pay for the shipping, they can have this. Okay, so let's see if this, let's sweep that up now. Millet holes constantly get on the floor. And incidentally, speaking of millet holes, right now I have about 4 or 5 full-size millet hole pillows in each size, small, medium, and large. I've got about 12 total, 15 small, medium, and large millet hole pillows. And the inner pillow, it's that's a small. The inner pillow is made out of this thick twill. It's like 7 or 8 ounce twill, and it's all double sewn. Got my little logo on there. And the inner seam is made with a French seam. Unlike these travel pillows, I just do a quickie sew on the inside. And so there's a fray on the inside of these. It doesn't really matter with those, but these are my nice pillows. And so they're sewn with a French hidden seam. You cannot see the seam, and these will last for, who knows, that might last for 20 years if you can stand sleeping with a pillow for 20 years. You can dump the holes out of these and wash the inner pillow too, as well as the case. But anyone that's bought these knows how good a quality they are. But like I said, I have about 4 or 5 in each size right now, if you would like to buy one. They run anywhere from like $55 to $78. And as far as the cases go, I have all these colors that you've been seeing me make the travel pillows out of. There's the eyes of the world, there's the green, there's the blue, there's flowers, black and brown, pink fields of honey. And this stuff is not cheap. Okay. So let's sweep up this millet holes. And let's open the dough. Hey, Eastern Therapeutic. How are you? I bet that's a massage therapist, eh? Sounds like it. Okay. I kind of don't think that that's 15 long, but we'll see. Nope, it's not. How about this blue? Can we get one out of this blue? Oh yeah, that's plenty big. So this one is actually big enough for a arm support pillow case. And so I kind of don't want to use that for a travel pillow. Aha. I think this will work. You know, it's a telling tale in our world when we don't have the time to use up the scraps. You know, if people are so busy, they've got so much on their plate that they just throw things away and not use the scraps and things, byproducts and stuff that have value. And there are a lot of food scraps, like, for instance, walnut hulls. Walnut hulls are very parasitical, anti-parasitical. And you can buy walnut hulls at your health food store, but like, I've got a walnut tree right out here in the yard, and the animals that'll be using those are the squirrels. The squirrels will be using the walnuts, and I kind of doubt they eat the hulls. But there are so many things, byproducts of foods and things that people don't use, they just waste. And see, when our world gets really difficult, that will change. So it's hard, it's difficult, change is difficult, but if you're one of the people that's living a life that's very simple and not, full of bills and waste, then you're already there. So if you're already there, how difficult is it to get there? If you're most of the way there, and getting there largely, in the beginning at least, it has to come here. So if we get to this place of where we're thinking and we're knowing that we need to live a simple life, that's why I'm telling you this right now, so that you can start to get it in your head that in the future we're going to live a more simple life. And the more you can get that going now, the better off you're going to be when it hits the fan, because it's hitting the fan already. And I don't recommend that you watch the news all the time. I recommend that you just tune into it occasionally and see what's going on, so that you know and confirm in your heads the truth of about what I'm telling you. That everyone needs to live a life that's a lot more like, not exactly like, but a lot more like the Amish do. Okay? Simple. We don't need all of this yada yada. Haven't you ever thought to yourself, like, wow, those baseball players are making millions of dollars, and those other people over there are living in a cardboard box? It's a radical imbalance. It's a crazy imbalance, you know? How can those people up on the hill be making millions of dollars and live in that giant house? And then all of these other people, they're walking across Syria trying to get away from their own troops that are killing them. It's an effed up world. And if you think that creation is going to allow that to just continue, I don't think so. I think that a lot of it is going to hit the fan for everyone. And so the more people can get it into their heads that these are the way things are going to be, you know, then the better off they're going to be. And believe me, those people that have a lot of wealth, they're not going to want to give it up. They'll go to any lengths to keep their extravagancies. And the only way they're going to change is when they're driving down the street. Here's what's going to happen. They're going to be like, well, I'm just going to go to the store and ignore the whole thing. And they'll go out in their garage and they'll get into their Mercedes and they'll go to drive down the street. And as soon as they start getting down into the main streets, their cars are going to get hit with big rocks. They may get hit with gunfire. They may be sitting at a stoplight, right? And people are so down and out that they run out and start pounding on their car, and they drag them out of their cars like Rodney, what's his name? Remember in the LA riots? I'm telling you, any rich people that think that they can just completely skate, I mean, I guess they can hire people to go to the store for them, but they better not be driving like a high-end car, because I mean, eventually what comes around goes around. And some people are going to become targets. So who's still watching? 10 people are still watching. Oh yeah, right, it's Crystal. I forgot your name, Crystal, your Eastern Therapeutic. Let's see. I think I'll just open the window a little bit more. So if you me, and I know there are millions of you out there that are watching, I'm making these millet hull travel pillows. I hadn't really intended to talk about serious fecal things hitting the fan, but once in a while I'll get into that. So I'm making a mark there. There. Crystal, I was telling everybody that I buy this fabric from Organic Cotton Plus in Connecticut. and that how last year they basically just shut down, and how I hope that that doesn't happen again this year. So I put my knee on it to hold it. Or I cut it. So it's 12 inches that way and 15 inches this way. There we go. Let's make another one. I want to see if I got any orders. Let's see if we got any orders. I'd be so excited if somebody ordered one of my millet pillows. One of my travel pillows or a millet pillow. Nope. But I gotta pay my electric bill. Ocean Conservation Namibia. Huh. Now they're doing something else. Okay. Nobody ordered anything from me yet. I'm sad. Let's make another one. That looks good. So first I'm going to make the little marks so I know where to put the zipper. So I just put it right in the middle, in between there and there. And make a mark right there. And then we put the zipper on. Might as well use these scraps up, right? This material is $35 a yard. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm trying to make enough to pay for another $100 worth of credit for the electric bill. So the electric bill just came in, and I usually buy $100 of credit at a time. Luckily, this time of the year, I'm not using very much electricity, so I've not had to buy any for quite a while. But it's due. They notify me when it gets down to $40 that I have in there. And then I have to buy credit. In my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Though we may be parted, there is still a last chance that they may see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. be, oh, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Okay, now we're book matching the two pieces together. Okay. So I put an ad on the local Facebook group today to try and sell some pillows. Slight adjustment. Perfect. Now get that out of the way. Now I put it together. It takes a lot of maneuvering to sew. You have to maneuver all over the place. Okay. Now we just do a little quickie sewing job around the inside, all the way around the outside, inside part. Okay, this one's got a little bit of extra material that I have to cut off. Just to clean it up. Yaw, yaw. So if you don't have a millet hull pillow yet, you should probably try one. They're all natural and organic and healthy. You could try one of these little ones just to see if you like it. One of these little $13 travel pillows. Okay, time to put the tag on. Oh, I don't need that. Fold it in half. Now, Sunny told me that the tag fell off of her travel pillow. It's because I probably didn't put it in far enough. I did that time. Okay. Let's close the other hole. Hit the stopper. Okay. You go back, Jack, do it again. Wheels turning round and round. You go back, Jack, do it again. Okay, let's fill it up again. It's a deal. Stornetta Blue. Okay. There's 4 of them done. 4 of them ready to go. So I want to thank everybody for joining me. Let's see. Thank you, Michael. I really appreciate you. That's awesome. Your organic material and your shoulder holsters. See? There's the comments. Time for me to go build boomerangs. Victor has to go build boomerangs, and Crystal, you need to go do Thai massage. And I need to go do something else. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, Barrett. Barrett out in, not Norway. Where are you at, Barrett? I can't remember. But I hope everyone is doing well and having a nice Monday. Monday, Monday. Ba-da, ba-da-da, can't trust that day. Ba-da, Monday, Monday. Just turns out that way. Oh, Monday, Monday. Don't go away. Monday, Monday. Bye, everyone.